Happy Friday, America. This year is flying by almost as quick as this episode is going to fly by. We're jumping right into the action. Here on Happy Friday, America, my name, Kevin Badstone. Joining me across the table is Arthur Believe and Achieve Raw.
Hey, we are here and we are making a change in the world, one thought at a time, one action at a time. How are we going to start this one off, Kev?
November 7th in history. Let's go.
Let's do it. 1507. First named reference to royal trumpeter John Blanke, and this is the first black person whose image survives the Tudor England royalty, like way back then. And this is in payment for services by Henry VII, I believe is what that is. So 1507, going way back there. And look, it's good to pay tribute. And this guy was like, yeah, I don't want your money. I want to be immortalized in a painting. And so I think that's kind of interesting. 1786, the oldest performing musical organization in the United States is founded. It is the Stoughton out of Stoughton, Mass., and it's known as the Stoughton Musical Society. So that's probably where like NPR gets some of these names from. Stoughtons, down in there in Borough. Talk like that from where you're from. You got all these Ottons and...
Yeah, there's a lot of boroughs and Stoughtons and Gloucester and Manchester.
Gloucester.
Yep.
It's nice. It's really nice. This one was cool. I do have a side point on this next one. 1805, Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea, of course. They finally reached the Pacific. They're looking out at the Pacific from the bay of the Columbia River, which is an epic river. And one cool fact, they probably would have never made it there if it wasn't for Sacagawea, because all the native tribes, they saw this female traveling with this group, and they could tell that it wasn't a war party because they had a female in the group. And normally the Native Americans would never have a female in their war party. So a lot of the expedition's success is to Sacagawea, which is really interesting. And then the last one that I got, 2019, humans first walk upright 12 million years ago. Apparently, we used to think it was 6 million years ago. That was previously thought, according to a study on a new species of ape found in Bavaria, Germany, published in Nature. And that's today in history, man. A lot of juicy stuff there.
Good stuff for sure. It leads great into my lead article here. Speaking of apes, I'm sure everyone heard about the truck that overturned on Interstate 59 in Mississippi with infected monkeys. They were infected with HIV, syphilis, hepatitis, you name it.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, this was a big deal last week. I know Theo Vaughn was commenting on it because he actually, as a kid, was recruited to help round up these monkeys, which is extremely dangerous. And so they're being transported for biomedical research, with these infected monkeys. They were able to round up 13 of them. There was still a lot on the loose at the time, one of which ended up in this individual's yard. Her son said, "Ma, there's a monkey out there." She grabbed her gun and said, "Now there's no more monkey," and she killed it.
Really?
Yep.
Was it acting aggressive, I'm guessing? Like, it wasn't just, like, sitting there looking cute, I bet. It was probably acting crazy.
It was, yeah, I don't know what it was acting like, but the authorities are, they considered it to be a potential danger to humanity. You have infected monkeys in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not their natural habitat.
Well, no, and, like, they're going to try to find something, and they're probably agitated and going to bite and pass stuff along, so... we're not here to talk about the morals behind this, but it is kind of wild that we're using these animals and just,
Yeah, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have tangoed down, target eliminated.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take that kind of control and, put your own safety over, put your family's safety over the animal's safety. But, man, poor monkey. Reminds me of that 12 Monkeys movie with, like, the apocalypse and all that.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It's a good one. It's a classic. It's an old one.
I might have seen it.
It inspired the events in 2020.
Interesting.
I'm messing. So what we got next? We're talking about seats being taken, and we're talking about thieving out in Madrid. So you got a little band of bandits.
Band of bandits?
You got a band of bandits out there that are targeting outdoor seating and furniture for, like, it was 16 different restaurants. So these guys, it's like, 6 men, 1 woman striking in the night, stealing the seats. And as we all know, a lot of people like chain up their chairs at night. They just go out there with a bolt cutter and cut it. They're literally taking these chairs and reselling them in other parts of Madrid. Like, Like, how stupid are these guys? I might go ahead and say we got 7 dumbasses of the week on our hand here.
Yep, contestants for sure.
So it ends up being worth like 69,000 USD, and they hit 18 different establishments, and they're idiots. They're getting in trouble now for stealing chairs and reselling chairs. Like,
I've got a dumbass to compete coming up.
Yeah, and you think almost 70,000, you're gonna break that record later.
It's crazy.
And that's perfect to run into Kevin's record of the week.
Kevin's random records of the week. Of course, we got to go back and revisit what we asked the viewers last week, which you remember, of course, Art, on that Halloween
for the
special
record,
or for the Would You Rather.
Oh, okay. We're going to the Would You Rather next.
Yeah, let's Would You Rather it,
and then we'll record it,
and then we'll record it.
Okay.
Record Ralph.
Last week's Would You Rather was Halloween related. Would you rather watch horror movies for a week or one night
in a haunted hotel?
Yeah.
America went 100%
with me.
With you.
Yes.
They're going with the horror movies for 1 week instead of staying in a haunted hotel for one night. I don't know which one your wife chose. I forget.
She inspired my choice.
She inspired your choice.
Yes.
Interesting.
So she chose the same. I chose the same thing she did.
Most people are taking the movies because it's.
Dude, I'm gonna get haunted for life if I go up in there one night.
You don't know that.
They're gonna be loving my energy so much. They're gonna be haunting me for life.
All right, what do we got this week's Would You Rather, Art?
This week's Would You Rather is: would you rather have the ability to effortlessly run at 100 miles per hour? And, we might have to talk about the definition of effortlessly there.
Yeah.
Or would you rather be able to fly at 10 miles per hour max? So either you could run effortlessly super fast, or you're doing a 10 miles slow and steady flight. Which way are you going, Kevin?
I thought about this a lot since it was put into the script, and I started with the running, but I'm going to fly at 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
Because the way I see it now is I can run maybe 20 miles an hour at max speed.
I would like to see that.
Not with these boots on there. I'm just not happening.
What are you going to wear?
My running shoes.
Do you have running shoes?
Yeah, I got a pair of running shoes. They barely get used.
I know you have like your boat shoes for the
got
house.
Those.
That's not your running shoes?
Those aren't
I don't think
running
I've seen your running shoes.
Oh, you've seen them.
What kind of friendship is this? I don't even know what your running shoes look like.
Hey man, I don't take you into my closet.
I've went in there a couple times.
Yeah, there's some items in there, including running shoes.
But I didn't see the running shoes.
I'll show you next time you're over.
Okay.
I think I'm going to fly at 10 miles an hour because then everything else stays the same. I can get on an airplane. I can drive a car. I just can't run 100 miles an hour, but I can fly 10 miles per hour, which is pretty cool.
So, okay. So if I can run effortlessly at 100 miles an hour, does that mean that I'm never twisting my ankle?
Yeah, because it's effortlessly.
Does that mean that I'm able to weave in and out of traffic, no problem?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, as best of your ability. I mean, there's going to be some incidents
that
occur.
Does that mean that I burn the same amount of calories that I would running at that speed?
Yeah, but at max.
But it's very effortless and easy.
Yeah.
But I'm still burning those calories.
I mean, that's getting a little bit technical, more than I thought we would. But yeah, I think all of that works.
So, okay. Originally, I was going to choose the flying. But now that we've kind of defined what this effortless means, I'm going with the running. I'm getting there faster than a car. I'm getting a calorie and a workout in. My glutes are like perfect. And I'm a running man. And I'm running through those running shoes. I'm going to need 3 pairs of the shoes you got in your closet.
You're going to need a lot.
Because I'm going to be burning some rubber on the pavement. I was going flying slow and steady, but now I'm effortlessly running and getting there super quick. I'm down.
Okay, I like that. I like the idea of being able to fly at 10 miles an hour, just a nice steady cruise. You can still, get to your destination as the crow flies. You're just going 10 miles an hour and not a rapid speed like 100 on the ground. But, if you had to drive around, say, a body of water or around traffic or through traffic, I could just fly over it.
Well, yeah.
And wave.
Yeah, but
you'll be running through it.
Yeah, and you're not getting the calorie burn and the gluteus maximus booteus.
So what? You're just gonna stop driving and run everywhere?
Yeah.
Just run 100 miles an hour to come over for a visit?
Yeah.
Just run it down I-25?
You damn right.
Wouldn't that be wild to see?
Dude, and I'm like dodging traffic. Even the motorcycles can't keep up.
The fastest land animal in the world is a cheetah.
It was like 89, right?
I think they clocked it like around 80.
Yeah.
That's incredibly fast. You're going to go 20 plus.
Yes, I'm down with that. Only because the word effortless was in there. Now, if that was not included, I'd be so concerned about busting my ankle or like running into like a parked car or like.
Look, incidents are going to occur. Even flying at 10 miles an hour, I might have a collision with a tree or something.
but effortless wasn't part of that.
Effortlessly fly.
Either way, obviously we could talk about this for another 10.
Yes.
But please vote on X or leave a comment below on this YouTube. And thanks so much for participating in the weekly Would You Rather. So now let's bring it back up and let's hit this random record of the week.
We got David Rush back in it, and he's doing it again. His buddy's back with him to help. This guy, the duo, they've teamed up to do some different records that
What's
I've
his
covered.
buddy's name?
His buddy, this time, I think he had...
he has a couple.
Yeah, Josh Horton's team. So he's hooked up with them to do some things. Usually these long-distance ones, these guys come in. And so he had to catch... he had a cone. If you hover over the link, you'll be able to see kind of a preview of it. And he had to catch an ice cream scoop in a cone, in the ice cream cone, from the furthest distance possible. And so David Rush was able to set the new record from 55 feet 5 inches of this guy hucking a scoop of ice cream.
555?
Yeah, 55 feet 5 inches, hucking this ice cream that distance, and then Rush is catching it. Book! Right into his ice cream cone. All right? Look, David does a lot of cool records, and I think this is another cool record.
Was it vanilla?
I don't know what flavor it was.
Because I wonder, if the different ice cream flavors, make it easier or harder to catch.
It definitely was.
A gelato would probably
It'd be a mess. No,
Yeah.
it was a solid ice cream block, like a good scoop, where it
Yeah.
was really frozen.
Yeah, you need a chunky, a Rocky Road type of.
And then, he missed a couple. He's like, and they come crashing in, whatever. He got it done. He holds the record for catching the ice cream toss the longest distance, but it wasn't topped with whipped cream.
No?
It was not topped with whipped cream, and that slides right into the next article nicely here. A thief that we were talking about. You had your thieves earlier.
I did.
Up in
seven dumbasses of the week.
Up in Ontario, guy was able to steal $80,000 worth of whipped cream.
Of whipped cream.
There's a huge market for it because you think about the nitrous oxide, people huffing it and this and that and the other.
Oh, that's why.
So they can sell this shit or whatever. I mean, what else are you going to do with a trailer? He stole this thing at 4:30 a.m., almost like Fast and Furious style. Came in, took the trailer, see you later. $80,000. He's still on the loose as of the recording time of this. They really don't have a description of the suspect, and they're continuing to investigate $80,000 worth of whipped cream being stolen.
Well, I actually know a little bit of details about this one because, and I'm not going to say any names because they haven't been caught yet, but this man is known to be the Robin Hood for Thanksgiving. And what they're doing with this is they are preparing to put whipped cream on pumpkin pies for a very large group of homeless people. And that is what the Robin Hood of Thanksgiving is up to, and I hope he evades the police for as long as possible.
I don't know that that's entirely true. I would not trust the source, rawarthur.org, on that one. This is a true thing. He stole it. He's not been caught. I doubt he's putting whipped cream on pumpkin pies for the homeless.
Dude, look, the feeling of doing whippets is not a good one. Don't recommend
I've never done
it.
I
don't recommend it.
I've done helium.
It's just you want to pass. How does it feel when you pass out?
Not
you get
good.
Fuzzy and it's just like that.
I mean, yeah, no, it was something I was never interested in.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good, Bob. And damn it, I hope that whipped cream goes somewhere good. Is there any way to where they can extract and still get their dose without wasting all the whipped cream itself?
Well, what they do is I think they turn the bottle at a specific angle to where it's
Yeah.
just not the cream coming out, but the air.
Yeah. So what are we doing with the cream?
Because you kind of have to shake it up to get the cream out.
Yeah.
But I think if you hold it straight up,
Yeah.
and I'm not speaking from experience, I just know if you do this to a whipped cream bottle and you just push it while it's straight up, you're just going to hear the air.
Yeah. Well, God bless you if that's what you're looking forward to doing. So, did you guys see the moon on Wednesday the 5th?
Incredible.
So it was a beaver supermoon. Full beaver supermoon. That was in the title of this article, guys.
That's a woody moon.
Okay, and I'm talking about beaver moons because it was titled a beaver moon because it used to light the nights and shimmer and shine. So what makes a supermoon? Why is it a supermoon? And I'm just going to get into this really quick. So a supermoon is when the moon is closest in its orbit to the Earth. So it's not a perfect orbit. It kind of is like an egg. And so there's a supermoon, and then there is also a moon when it's furthest from the sun. I don't know what the name. Oh, micromoon. That's what it's called. So you either got supermoon or micromoon. When it's a supermoon, it's about 16 times brighter than when it normally is. It's about 30% brighter than a micromoon. And it's one of the largest moons that we're going to be seeing and illuminating the night sky in a very long time. So I hope people had a chance to see it. Astronomy is super interesting. I didn't put an article in it, but it made me think about this. Clint Gershenson, one of our good friends, he's been posting about this comet that they've been talking about for months that could be a alien spaceship.
It is.
Yeah, so what is this?
I don't know enough to comment on it publicly.
But you said that it is.
I believe it is.
Is a spaceship. So when's that thing coming by? It's coming by in December or something.
Who knows?
That's what this article should have been about.
There's a lot going on with that in theories and whatnot as to what it is.
Interesting.
It's massive.
It just like went around the sun. It's coming back around the other side.
Massive.
Now. And it's going to come pretty close to Earth. But not direct.
Looks like a Helldiver ship.
Does it?
Yeah.
Let's go. For democracy, for Super Earth. We will continue to the next article, which is actually
this is a
cool
wild
shit to do this weekend.
No, it's not. I have something to share here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because speaking of wood, we have the beavers eating wood, and wood happens. This is one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my life.
I've never heard of this either. Actually,
apparently, there's a 21-month-old boy over there in Wrexham that was diagnosed with pica, which is a disease I've never heard of. It is a rare eating disorder that causes people to consume non-food items. I do believe there was a show called My Strange Addiction, and people were eating like cat litter and like weird stuff.
Or like licking aluminum foil.
Licking aluminum foil. Did you ever see the one where the guy was in love with his car?
Oh, yeah, he like married it.
Yeah, he married it.
Really liked the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, I mean, God knows. There were some interesting people on there. This is a little bit different than that. This boy has been showing behavioral tendencies. He's chewing through his wooden crib. He's shaking chunks out of the door frame, the wooden door frame, and cardboard. Anything cardboard is what he's been consuming. So his family has to work constantly now to keep him safe by removing wooden or cardboard items and supervising him closely while he plays so he doesn't start chomping on wood.
That's wild.
21 months. I mean, you got to think.
Where are the teeth even?
I was going to say, you don't even have teeth. How are you chopping wood like a beaver?
So, I mean, this is a very patient example of eating style here that we're dealing with. Especially when only 21 weeks?
Months.
21 months.
So he's almost 2.
So there's a soaking technique that is used by people who are diagnosed with pica at young ages. And what they do is they soak the wood and or cardboard in their mouth prior to trying to remove it from where it's currently located. They like to work alongside Robin Hood at Thanksgiving. Come on, man. There's some good stuff here.
Well, so the story really was, highlights the difficulty of people that live with pica. I didn't realize that. I'm sure it's a very small percentage of people that have this disorder. It probably doesn't usually surface until you get older in life, kind of like long neck Larry and bog creatures. We saw what he was consuming. For our listeners, have no idea what we're talking about. But the fact remains, this happened. The awareness to pica, which I'm going to do more research on. Very, very interesting article here, Art, to close us out before we kick off this weekend.
Yeah, when you get to 21 years with pica instead of 21 months, you're eating the wood chips that go into a smoker because your flavor profile has matured.
You want hickory and mesquite?
I'm so sorry, America. Look, we're just having fun here. We're bringing it into the weekend, and it's all love coming from my end. This weekend, Kevin and I going on a double date.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
Take our girls out.
Yep. My sweetie's flying in today, so we're going to go pick her up tonight. Tomorrow night we have wonderful reservations at an undisclosed location.
It's going to be a nice spot.
It's going to be, and then it's just going to be a great weekend. Kind of unwind a little bit. NASCAR's done, so no NASCAR to do this weekend. Mash the Gas is done. Thank you to everyone that supports that show and supported us. We got 13 weeks off over there, so the channel will be a little bit quieter over these next few weeks. But I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend with my sweetie. That's
fantastic. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Friday. And let's keep the success energy alive. Hit us up on all the socials. Hit us up on a Gmail. And, of course, much love, America.